Kia ora, I'm Elvie and welcome back to the channel. Today is part 2 of the Schmincke gouache set review. All the paints just as I left it, except it's dried out now. So we're going to get to experience how this paint re-wets. You're also going to get to see the swatches all dried out. So this paper is not it's not like cotton paper, it's just 300 GSM, so it's thicker. And here it is, the swatches at the top, that's how they look dry. I'm gonna just, like, where is the best place to put this? Maybe there. Okie dokie. Let's start this off then. Haven't put any water down or anything, so we're just gonna go for it. And this palette is not like prepped, so it's gonna be quite annoying to re-wet. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, this video is mainly just testing like how they mix together and how they feel to use, like if they're smooth and the colour palette and everything. 'Cause I've used like a couple different types of gouache now, cheap and Winsor & Newton's, which is not as cheap as the cheap I'm talking about. My middle ground gouache is the Hemi gouache, which I still use. I still have my set from a few years ago. I did a review on that. Yeah, maybe like 1-2 years ago now, which is crazy. I'm just painting the bench at the moment. I'm probably gonna like stop and start this painting because it's gonna be, I feel like this one's gonna be quite a long painting and I don't want you guys to have to watch me do it all. So I shall pause it at some point and just paint a bit more and then come back to you with my thoughts and theories again. It's gonna be like on and off to see how it goes, because otherwise we'll be here for like a half an hour and at that point I'll have nothing much to say, and then there will be like nothing too interesting going on. You may notice the bench colour is changing, and that's just because I'm like seeing what colour I want it to be. And the only colour that is like straight from the tube again, like fresh from like for today, is the white, which I have yet to use. So that is the idea of it. I'll come back to you when I've done a bit more and I've got a bit more to say. So this is what I've done since you've last I played the video at the wrong time. Motorbikes being very lovely and loud. But this is it so far. Getting some really nice colours. And the gouache is re-wetting so lovely. Like, so easy to re-wet. I think there'll be a bit of staining in the palette, but that just comes with the territory. You have to like wear in the palette before it becomes like a staple palette. That's what happened with my other Schmincke palette. I used it so much that it just became worn in. Here is one of the harder things to paint just because it's like so particular. I'm using the indigo and ultramarine quite a bit for getting the shadows and the browns and stuff that I'm wanting. This plaque's gonna do my head in, I bet ya. Gets lighter on the top of the head. Maybe a bit of yellow. This is a really good photo to just paint and test like basically all the colours. But so far it is working out really well, and the colours are re-wetting and going on very smoothly, all considering, and these are not even fresh from the tube. Like, I can only imagine how smooth like these paints will be. And it's good using it like this because it means I'm not using as much as I would be. Like, I'm having to like use the dry paint, which means I'm really bad at describing it, but I'm using less paint this way, which is good because paint is expensive and these paints are no different. The thing with not having like a true like black in this kind of palette is that you don't, like indigo's like the darkest colour you get, so everything kind of looks a little pastel if you add like the white in. So it's good to avoid using the white straight away and just adding it in when you want it. So basically don't do what I did. That's the advice. So that was a little update I'll give you for now, and then I'll come back to you when I've done a little bit more, same kind of thing. I'll give you a little update and then I'll stop and start. So this is the update. We've finally started with the background. It's looking pretty good. So far so good. It's definitely a struggle to get the dark tones that I'm wanting. But I do have black from Winsor & Newton I can use, but I won't use it in this video, but it's an option for me later on, and I thought I'd let you guys know my thoughts on that. But yeah, I definitely feel like that's just a colour this set is lacking. You've got the indigo, but that's what you've got. You've got the indigo, and that's your darkest colour. It is a nice dark, as you see over here, but it's just not dark enough, and this green is not opaque enough to do much. So yeah, that is just something to note if you are curious, I suppose. The good thing is, like, it's just one colour, a black, to like buy and get, and it's only if you like use blacks in your palette and like dark tones and stuff like that, because not everyone does. Some people prefer just mixing or just lighter tones and stuff like that, so you might be good. And you can get dark tones, it's just once you've got white in it, it's quite the struggle to mix it together. But I guess that's also a positive. The white is really strong and really good. Here's the beach. Then we've just got maybe a little bit of this grey into the clouds here. Just for a bit of a change in tone. Just to help emphasize these are clouds. I might need to get a bit more white out of the tube though. The white will go down so fast, like I feel like white is one of the most used colours in gouache, so you'll most likely be using that a lot and buy another tube pretty soon. like if you're using the set like real often, like you'll be buying another white. But that's good, and you'll be able to figure out what colours you like and everything, and yeah, start with a low amount, build it up from there, your collection of colours and tones, and just see what you like actually use in the set. Okay, enough with me blabbering on. I'm going to have another little pause moment for you guys, and when you guys next see this, it will be looking even a bit more done. So, welcome back. The update is we're almost done, which is exciting. It's looking alright, you know, just, it's very pastel, and I didn't want it this pastel, and I'm running out of white. I need to grab some more of that. Just a little bit to get me through this strip of ocean. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting. I've used quite a lot of the dried out gouache, which was just like a dot from each tube from last video. Getting the ocean in. Beautiful. Yeah, this painting, if I hadn't like played and paused, it would have taken so much longer. But yeah, I'll give you my final thoughts as I do the final little strokes of paint. I really enjoy using this gouache for this painting in particular. Like, it was really easy to use, smooth, and this is with dry gouache. Like, dry gouache usually is kind of not that great to work with, but I found it really easy to re-wet, to reuse, which is really nice. And then colours are very vibrant, they work really well. I'm still not a fan of this one green because it's just not quite the colour I want, and there's no like kind of nice dark, which is a shame, but it's a good 5ml set of gouache. Like, it means you don't get too much paint. Like, you're not gonna, like, if you don't like this one colour, for example, I'm not stuck with 15ml of it, I'm stuck with 5ml, and I can use 5ml of gouache. But yeah, highly recommend this set. I bought it on Jackson's on special. It did say limited edition, so get in fast if you're wanting it. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll give you a little zoom up before leaving you. So the swatches and the painting. Have a good one.